ahead a little bit. We're going to get started in just a couple of minutes. Good morning, everybody. Come in. It's Friday. Woohoo! Come in, come in. Yes, happy Valentine's Day. Absolutely. Whoa. Cards went a little crazy. Thank you. I told y'all I was going to chop it off. So I'm one of those people. If you guys don't know, I'm looking at YouTube and TikTok. So I'm one of those people, like, if my hair got ruined, chop it off and I'll start over. So that's what happened. So we're starting over. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Melanie. I still need to message you. Sorry, it's been busy a week. It's been a busy week. Good morning. Okay, so welcome to your weekend Tarotscope. This is Valentine's Day edition, I guess you could say. Excuse me. So this is where we get together and we pull cards to show us what is coming up for us throughout the weekend. On Mondays, we pull cards that show us what is going to come up for us throughout the week, right? So throughout the week, we had quite a few reversals, right? Wasn't that easy. However, hopefully y'all were able to navigate rough situations or potentially rough situations, and it allowed you to kind of like either go around it to where you're like, you know what, I'm not participating in this, or you put a boundary down, or you checked yourself, right? So hopefully that helped you. Let me put my glasses on so I can see better, so I can see your comments. Thank you thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. My new hair girl is it. She's amazing. She's very particular, like myself, and I like that. So anywho, y'all, we want to know what's coming up for us this weekend. Why? Because that way we can navigate it better. That way we can maybe open up to some sort of opportunity. I mean, who knows, right? So let's find out. What we're going to do first is we're going to boost our energy. We're going to boost our frequency with the tuning fork, okay? This is a very high frequency tuning fork. It's called an angel frequency, right? So since it's a high frequency, it only lasts a few seconds. I'm going to show TikTok and YouTube at the same time. I'm going to move it in between. And all you do is just listen to it and relax. And your body will naturally pick up that higher vibration. Okay? So here we go. Be aware if you have earbuds in, it could be a little bit loud at first. Sometimes I hit it just right and it's super loud. It gets my eardrums sometimes, and then sometimes not. Okay, so I just wanted to warn you in case you do have earbuds in, just to be aware. But I'll strike it back here and then I'll move it closer. Okay, so here we go. Just breathe. See, there we go. Just a few seconds. And now we have boosted our vibration. Now we're going to get our fairy blessing. And then for the readings on Fridays, we use a divination book. Okay. If you've never used a divination book, don't worry. I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. Okay. That way you can get one for yourself and use it at home. Okay. So what is our fairy blessing for the weekend? This is our overall energy. And then we'll get into the tarot reading. So what is our fairy blessing for the weekend? Focus on the deck and ask the deck, what is our fairy blessing for this weekend? Ooh, a blessing of honesty. And it's number 5. Isn't that interesting how it's number 5? So it's like a blessing of honesty for a change. You know, maybe somebody's going to be honest with you. Maybe somebody needs your honesty. Maybe you got to be honest with yourself, right? So, a blessing of honesty is to find out the truth about a situation, but allowing yourself to also live in your true authenticity, right? Because our spiritual journey is about living in our authenticity. That way, we are holding our vibration, we're supporting the universe, and we're doing what is necessary for the enlightenment, for the ascension, if you want to call it, whatever it is that you choose to see it as. When we're in our authenticity, we're allowing ourselves to be in that supportive vibration that we chose to be in. Okay. So it could, like I said, it could maybe you come across somebody and you have just like a wonderful conversation. You're like, wow, this is so refreshing, right? Or you have to be honest with somebody and you finally find the courage to do that. It's always best to be honest. I mean, you have nothing to hide, right? It's so much easier to live in honesty and authenticity. Okay, so let me move this to the side. Now we're going to use, like I said, the divination book. Put these over here. And I'm going to show you how to use this book. You use this book just like you would a tarot deck, okay? You knock on it to cleanse the energy, and then we're going to connect to it. There are instructions inside this book. This book is called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. I wrote this book for you. This is tarot, okay? It is tarot direct and reverse. So whenever you are using the book, you're going to connect to it through your energy centers of your hands. And you're going to breathe nice and deep. And you're going to ask the book, what is my message for today? Okay. And then you're going to intuitively turn to a page, and that gives you a reading for the day. Now, it's called Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess because all of the readings are designed for you to take your power back. So it's like me giving you a reading going, hey, you're a goddess, pull your shit together. You can handle this. Okay. So if somebody's speaking directly to you, or like speaking to you in a direct manner is offensive to you, then this is not the book for you. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to focus on the book right now. Deep breath. And let's ask the book, what is our reading? What is our message for today, Friday? What is our message for today, Friday? And I'm going to intuitively turn to a page. Ooh, we got the Hierophant. Very interesting, especially on Valentine's Day. Let's find out why. And I'll expand on it as well because I do understand this is a general collective reading, okay? Today you drew the Hierophant. Today you may have someone approach you for advice or insight into a spiritual matter, or you may seek advice or knowledge yourself. The energy also supports checking in with your core values and where they come from. Are they yours, or were they programmed by religious beliefs or leaders in childhood? Do they still align with you? How do these core values support and shape your life? Maybe you're seeking more education. What are you seeking to know more about? If you want to enhance your knowledge, today is a great day to commit to this journey. The keys to higher knowledge are always available. You just have to ask. And if you're wondering if you should commit to a new job, relationship, or educational journey, the energy supports you. That's why I said it's interesting that this came out on Valentine's Day, because the Hierophant represents a higher commitment, a strong commitment, a devotion to a specific journey or, relationship or educational pursuit. Okay. So it could be that if you're dating somebody, maybe we have the blessing of honesty, right? Maybe you're getting a higher commitment in that relationship. Maybe y'all have a wonderful conversation or you have a wonderful night and it just helps you to bond more to each other. Okay. Some people are going to get proposed to. Doesn't mean everybody's going to. That would be ridiculous. And it can also indicate that if you're in a relationship that you know is not good, you start to commit to yourself. You make the commitment to yourself to have the glow up. Okay. I just started to hunt for a job change. Oh, good for you. You needed that today. Awesome. It is also a 5. Good call. All right, make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you, Marlo. Okay, so I'm going to write this down so we don't forget. And you can do the same thing. You can pull cards all week for yourself, or you can do it daily. Okay, let's focus on the book again. Deep breath. Now we're going to ask the book, what is our message for Friday? I'm sorry, Saturday. What is our message for Saturday? What is our message for Saturday? Okay, we got the World in reverse. Dude, we got 2 major arcana. This is not necessarily a bad thing to have the World in reverse, okay? So pay attention. Today you drew the World reversed. You have the opportunity to level up, but something is holding you back. What is it? You have not come this far in your journey only to stand 1 inch behind the finish line. That's not what a goddess does. She sees the opportunity to level up and improve her life and takes it. She would never let anyone or anything stand in her way. She knows that what is meant for her will be hers, and what isn't is purely a lesson and an opportunity for growth, and she has no problem leaving it in the past. So which is it? Stay stagnant or strut over the finish line like you're on a catwalk? The choice is yours. Okay? So think about that. If you are, if you're going through life and you pull this card, and it's the world wants you to ask yourself in reverse, whenever the world's in reverse, it wants you to ask yourself, what am I missing here, or what am I resisting? Okay, because when it's in reverse, it's indicating that there are some loose ends that need to be tied up, that need to be finished. There is a lesson that is trying to be completed. So how are you trying to come full circle about something, but there's like a cog in the wheel? Okay. How, maybe like I said before with the Hierophant, maybe you're realizing that the relationship that you're in, or relationships that you were in the past, were really toxic, and now you're committing to yourself. So maybe on Saturday you can ask yourself, do automatic writing, ask yourself, what am I missing? What was it that my past relationships taught me about myself? How can I graduate to this new level of being and understanding about myself and my journey? Also, if you're traveling on Saturday, this would be like long distance, like airplane travel. If you're traveling on Saturday, you may experience some delays. So practice the pause and understand that the universe is kind of saving you from something. So don't get upset, okay? Happy Valentine's. Love it. Thank you, Sophia. Appreciate it. I'm struggling with organized religion versus spirituality. Oh, yeah. Just like Jamie said, a lot of people are going through that right now. A lot of people are starting to question and to really step into their discernment. So it's a good thing, okay? Ask questions, open your mind, and make your own decision on how you feel about spirituality versus Christianity. Because, you can take, there are some really good things in Christianity, right? About loving one another and doing good things, right? And you can put that with your spirituality. Or you could just choose to be in spirituality and just try to be a good human and love one another and create good karma and all of that. So it's up to you. Let's see. I'm just writing this one down so we can get Sunday's message, and then we're going to get into the oracle cards. All right, here we go again. Breathe. Ask the book, what is our message for Sunday? What is our message for Sunday? Okay, we got the Two of Swords reversed. It's better in reverse. Nice. Much better energy than this week, right? Earlier this week, man, we had a lot of reversals and it was just like roadblock, roadblock. Okay, so today you drew the Two of Swords reversed. One of 2 things is happening for you today, Goddess. 1, emotions are getting the best of you about a decision that has to be or has been made. You've tried avoiding this to keep the peace, but it's brought you nothing but distress. It's time to look at the truth of the matter and choose a path. So think about a situation where you you have to it's time to make this decision. It's time to go a different route, but you're really afraid. Number one, it could be you're afraid because you don't know what's about to happen next, or number two, you're afraid because you might have to hurt somebody's feelings. But you have to make a decision, otherwise you're going to stay stagnant, and otherwise you're going to make it worse for yourself or the other person, right? Okay. Okay, so one of two things is happening. We went over one. Number two, you've decided to open up to a conversation about something you had previously shielded yourself from. It takes real bravery to be vulnerable. Be proud of yourself. Either way, today is about choice, choosing to take control instead of avoiding what you fear. That is a goddess, okay? So, in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, okay, the Two of Swords is like this. They have the swords crossed. And that is a block, right? Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to know about it, right? But that doesn't help you, does it? It keeps you stuck because the person has a blindfold on. They're sitting there and they're like, nope. Okay. So when the Two of Swords is in reverse, those swords fall away. And it's like, okay, I can't help but see the truth. I can't help but, know that I have to make a decision. Even if it's an emotional decision, I still need to make a decision. Or the person opens up to conversation. So it's kind of like, if you could see it here, it's like they blocked you on social media, or they blocked your number, right? Here, unblocked. That's how you can see it in like today's terms. So when the Two of Swords is in reverse, it's indicating this openness, or decisions have been made, okay? Or a decision really needs to be made, and you know this. It's just you getting in the way. All right, not bad, not bad. I mean, we got two major arcana today and tomorrow. Sunday, minor arcana, lesser energy, okay? So like I've told you, the major arcana are the big themes, the big chapters, or the mile markers, I like to say. Minor arcana are the details, okay? So here is the book again. It is linked in my bio, or you can just go straight to Amazon and get it, okay? Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. This is human written, not AI written. I wrote this like 3 times. Oh, it had to be right. It had to be right. That's my baby. That's the first like real book that I've written. So I'm pretty proud of it. Okay, let's get some oracle cards and find out what else we need to know. You know what? Give me 1 second so I don't keep sniffing. Let me wipe my nose. I'm sorry, you guys. Allergies. I think, I've been learning a lot on TikTok about histamine allergy or something like that, and I think I need to look into that because my nose runs all the time. So if y'all's nose runs all the time like me, you might look into histamine resistance or allergies, whatever it is, and do something about it. Oh, also, by the way, if you weren't able to get into TikTok after the whole debacle, it's now available in the Apple and Google Play Store again, in the app stores. So you can re-download it. It's hitting home. Uh-oh, okay. The cards are the Hierophant, the World in reverse, and then the Two of Swords in reverse, Tracy. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's see. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Heather. Hey, Miss Denise. Let's see. Okay, so, all right. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, I just got it cut yesterday, Lori. Like I was telling everybody else, the last gal that I went to fried my hair. Like, it was so damaged. And my new gal is helping me to fix it. So we're having to grow it back out. So I was like, I just cut it off. Cut it off. There's no sense in keeping that damaged hair, and hair holds memory, it holds energy. And I'm like, just cut it off. I don't need it. Friday and Saturday. So Friday today is the Hierophant. Saturday is the World in reverse. Okay, so let's keep going. And thank you all so much for the compliments. I appreciate you. It's really nice when you find somebody that is very detailed like yourself. Like, okay, so my Venus is in Virgo, very particular. And it's annoying. I annoy myself with how particular I am. And so she's the same way. And I'm also a Leo. It's like if you mess up my hair, I'm going to be pissed off forever. It's ridiculous. First world problems, right? Okay, let's get into the oracle. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Exactly why you're growing yours out. Your hair is looking beautiful, Denise. I love the color. It's looking great. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Oh, I got that one card sticking up. We got leadership again. Okay. This is the second time we've pulled this card. Not in a row, I don't think. But we have pulled this card recently, right? We see the lighthouse. Leadership. You can be the beacon. You know, I was listening to that whole Let Them Theory book this morning. I listened to audiobooks. I love them. And Maudie recommended it to me. And I'd heard about it. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And Maudie recommended it. So I was like, okay, it must be good. So I started listening to it. And I'm loving the book because it's a lot about what we talk about here. And it just reinforces everything that I've been talking about and telling y'all, right? And one of the things that this makes me think of is the let them, right? It's like you can be this beacon of strength. You can light the way, but the person has to choose their own navigational route, right? Because you can stand here and say, hey, watch out for this, watch out for that. But it's the person's choice on how they want to move forward. Okay. And that's what a leader does. A leader is like, hey, just letting you know this is this and this and this. And if the person still chooses to do what they want, okay. Okay. Well, I will be here when you're ready for change. I will be here and we can talk about the outcome, right? That's what a true leader does. We lead and light the way, and you decide where you want to go with that information. Okay. So even though there's like all these waves crashing and all that stuff, you can be a beacon of light, or you might receive that beacon of light this weekend. You know, you might meet a good leader, somebody who can help you through the hard times. That's why we go through hard times, so we can turn around and help other people. It's not like you can just escape everything and bypass life. It doesn't work that way, right? I used to be the whole why me type of person. And it was nothing but like poor, pitiful me. And it kept attracting more and more because the universe is like, you're not getting it. You're not getting it yet. When you get it, this shit will stop happening. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I stopped being why me. And then I was like, oh, I get why me now, because it was part of my journey. It was part of my evolution. It was part of my blueprint, because in my human design, natal chart, numerology, all that stuff, I'm supposed to be a leader. I'm supposed to be a mentor and all those things. That's why it's important for you to know your energetic blueprint, your astrology, your numerology, your human design. Okay. That will tell you a lot about yourself. And then you understand why things happen the way they do. And then you stop taking it personally and you start like using it as fuel. Okay. So leadership, people follow your actions. They don't follow your words. Let me tell you, as somebody who owns a business, let me redo that. As somebody who owns a business and deals with a lot of people, unfortunately, people don't read and they don't listen. They watch. So you have to be the leader through your actions. That's how people respond. It's just human nature, okay? It's not like they're trying to be ugly. It's just we're so distracted with so many things. And humans, they just respond more to action, to visuals, okay? And then also they only want to do things that, you know, are fun and feel good. They want to try to bypass all the negativity. And you have to, like the book said, you have to let them, right? And that's what I've had to do. I do it with my kids. I do it with people around me. It's like, okay, fine, Go ahead. You can be who you want to be. Please do. Please show me who you are. And then I am going to decide if I want to continue to be around you or not. So, where do you find all those things? You can go to, what is it? Astroseek.com. You can go to the International Human Design School website to get that. Those are free tools. I do have, like, your most important thing would be your life path number. Okay, so that is your whole birthday added up together. I have a free download on my, in the link in my bio. I have a free download for you to look at your life path number, your personal year number, and all of that. So, yeah, all the resources. Always, I believe that you go through lessons so you can help others with what you learned. Yep, 100%. Absolutely. I look at the lighthouse as a full moon as well as light in the darkness. I like that. I was closing my blinds last night and I could see the moon, and I always say hi to the moon. I don't know, maybe I'm weird, but I'm always like, hello, moon. Like, I see you. I bought that book for several family members after I started reading it. Good. It's a great book. What is this deck called? That one is called Soul Coaching. You can find it on Amazon by Denise Lynn. You're welcome. I wonder what her signs are. I'd have to find out. She's not super into the woo-woo stuff like me. I mean, she knows that I read tarot and everything. She's more on the Christian side, but she does have crystals and everything. So I knew it was okay to, like, talk about it. But yeah, I need to ask her what at least her sun sign is. Okay. Bear in the big moon. I always say hello to the moon as well. Every time I see her. Yeah, me too. I'm always like, I see it. Like, when I'm driving home from a gig and it's a full moon or I just happen to spot the moon, I'm always talking to the moon. I'm always like, hey, I see you. Thank you for looking over me, or thank you for influencing me, whatever it is. Can you tell me if I should congratulate my ex this weekend? Sarah, that would depend on the relationship with the ex. Like, they're an ex for a reason. If you're still friends, then okay. But if not, no, they're an ex. Let them go. You say hello and good night to the moon too? Yeah, it's fun. Why not? Right? Okay, let's get another oracle card. Focus on the deck and ask it what we need to know this weekend. What do I believe? Ooh, what do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? Uh-oh. How does your relationship with money affect your current situation? Do you believe you are worthy? Do you believe you are capable? Do you trust money? Does money trust you? That's a big thing. That's something that I had to learn, okay? Like, I was all like, hey, money, come on, let's be besties, right? Come help support me, and I need you for all the things that I want to do, blah, blah, blah. But I realized that I had to show not only myself, but also the universe that I could be trusted with abundance, right? Because you hear those stories about people that win the lottery and then boom, it's gone. It's because they didn't do any inner work. They just attracted the money and they did the same thing that they've always done. They got rid of it. Okay. So that's why it's asking you, does money or can money trust you? So if you are trying to call in abundance, but every time you get money, you throw it away, are you trustworthy with it? Maybe you need to, better that relationship. Being a spendthrift with money is not the best idea. Shows carelessness. Yeah. Yep, it does. And remember, everything you put out, you're getting back. So if you're getting money and all of a sudden you turn around and spend it, the universe is like, well, clearly they don't like money. So let's stop giving it to them. Let's give them hard times, because clearly they love hard times, because that's what they're showing us. Remember, your actions are showing not just people, but also the universe, because it's all energy. All right, let me finish this right quick. Money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole, to the whole of you and your purpose. Today's soul action. Take a deep dive in your belief system about money. Are there any beliefs you need to upgrade to create the results you are wanting most in your life? Write out your money story. Is it time for a sacred shift? What will your next chapter be? Fill in the blank. I am grateful to money because, right? We don't worship money, but we understand money is an energetic tool that we have all collectively agreed, for some stupid reason, that we're going to use. Okay? So appreciating money, understanding money as a tool, you can love money, just don't worship it, right? Because you can love money because money helps you. Money brings you food. Money brings you housing. It brings you gas and a car and all, medical help and all that, right? So you can love and appreciate it, but just don't worship it. But if you've grown up with negative money mindsets from your parents or grandparents or whoever, then that's what you've probably adopted. And so we need to like get rid of those and readjust your relationship with yourself and with money, because your abundance is a reflection also of your self-worth. It's not just your relationship with money, right? It's a reflection of your self-worth. If you have low self-worth, guess what? You're broke. If you have high self-worth, guess what? You got some money. Okay? So those people that try to shame people, you know the people in the spiritual community that try to shame people for charging for their services or talking about abundance and money, they're like, I choose not to, and they're broke as fuck. Well, because they have low self-worth and they want other people to feel the same way that they do about themselves. Does that make sense? On the other hand, I want you to have high self-worth. I want you to have all the financial gains that you want, because I want you to have peace of mind. I want you to go have experiences around the world. I want you to be able to feed your children, all the things, because I understand what it's like to be broke. Oh man, you remember I've told y'all about beat the bank and all that. I've been there, and I don't have to do that anymore, and neither do you. So true. The mantra growing up is we couldn't afford anything. Yep. Changing my thinking this year. That's one big thing that's changing. Good. And that's what we can look at as far as your commitment today, because we have the Hierophant, right? The Hierophant is, okay, well, let's look at what you were taught as a young person, child, a young adult, whatever, about money. And how can you see it through a more spiritual lens and a more worthy lens? Like, how are you committing to yourself to love yourself and value yourself more, so you can receive more money and you can go have those experiences. You can pay your bills without worry. You can do all the things, right? And I gave y'all that money mantra of everything I spend comes back to me times 10. Use it. But when you get the money back times 10, don't blow it, right? So, yeah. And then maybe on Saturday, you can think of, okay, well, what outstanding bills, because we have the world in reverse, what outstanding bills do I need to start paying off to get some of this stress off of me, right? So whenever I get extra money, it can go into like a high yield savings account and start working for me. Or, you can use these cards for those reasons, right? Because the world is tying up, the need to tie up loose ends. Okay. I get to buy my daughter her plane tickets to Italy today for her study abroad. Oh, that's amazing. Yours is in the project. It's going to be an awesome project. I love it. I cannot wait. You want my monies? Stop spending all your monies, fool. That's my bestie, you guys, so I can talk to him like that. This dude is always sending me, what's that game you play? It's some gambling game on his phone, and he's always sending me screenshots of all the money he wins. I'm like, you're ridiculous. I used to think money was the root of all evil. Yep, but it always seemed it brought out the worst in people. Money magnifies who you already are. Money just magnifies who you already are. It doesn't make you anybody different. It just magnifies who you already are. So that's why I say whenever you are like wanting to receive more money, you got to work on yourself and your self-worth, because you got to show to the universe that you can be trusted, right? Because the people that, you know, do bad things with money, oh, they will get their karma. Okay. They, believe me, they will. It's just, it magnifies who you already are. So that's why it's always good to be a good person, right? You play Chumba. Yeah. Ridiculous. All right. Let's see what else we need to know. And think about like today, Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is my friend Jenny was talking about this earlier this morning in our girls chat. It's like, you know, it's a day where people go spend all this money just to prove that they care about somebody, when in fact they can be doing things throughout the entire year to show their partner that they care about them, right? They can be there for them. They can give them compliments. They can support them. They can, you know, do all kinds of things. Also, obviously, vice versa. It doesn't take one day for you to find out, oh, they do care about me. I've always said, if I have enough to provide, I'm good. Well, you know what, Glenn? Why not have more than enough? That way you don't have to like scrape by. Good, Pam. I'm glad you have another perspective now. All right, let's see what else we need to know this weekend. What else? Ooh, we have Ghost Lands, but it's in reverse. You guys, I don't know if we've ever pulled this card. Number 17. Yeah. Ghost Lands. Let's see. Whoop. Okay. When Ghostlands card appears reversed, it's a sign that you're wandering in an emotional or intellectual place with no real substance. Uh-oh. There's no point longing for that which is already gone or hasn't happened yet. Perhaps you've created a fantasy of the good old days or some elusive utopian destination that lies somewhere in the future when this or that happens to make things better. Live one day at a time. Each day is a new beginning filled with truth and beauty. Stay away from the ghostlands of past and future. Avoid nostalgia and longing for something better. Find joy in what is present in your life today. I love that. So we can see that in today's card in the Hierophant. Like, I'm committing to look at, or to celebrating what is today. I'm celebrating my present. I'm committing to not living in the past and not living in the future, right? Because so many of us do exactly that. We live in the past and the future everywhere but here. You know, because we're trying to escape this uncomfortableness that we feel in the present, because we can't, you know, we can't regulate our emotions or our nervous system. And so we just, okay, well, let me do that by escapism. Let me think about the past, or let me think about the future. And it's very simple to do, right? I mean, it's worse than, well, I don't know if I'd say worse than alcohol, but it's about the same, because you're escaping. You're going to a delusional place that doesn't exist, right? So why not focus on the present and say, you know what, today is a great day. Today, I am healthy, I'm secure, I'm happy, I'm grateful for everything. And, you know, let me see what miracles happen to me today. There you go. Okay. All right. Of course, we have to use the energy oracle cards. Let's see what else. One more. I see a lot of blue showing up in the oracle cards. Blue is connected to the throat chakra, right? And we have the blessing of honesty. And it's also a healing color. If you'll notice, hospitals have a lot of blue in it. There's a thing to that, okay? So maybe something blue is going to be significant this weekend. It could be, again, that you got to use that throat chakra. That's what you meant about money. Okay, great. And you're doing your tarot testing tomorrow. Yes, ma'am, Miss Sandy. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else we need to know? Okay, we have indecision, but it's in reverse. Remember how we had the Two of Swords in reverse on Sunday? That's good. Because when this is in reverse, this is indicating that you are deciding, or you have the ability to choose a path that you've never been down before. Okay? This can be personally, it could be your career, it could be relationships, it could be anything. It's you choosing to do things differently just because you're so tired of the same old, right? So today we have the commitment. Tomorrow we look at what loose ends need to be tied up, where your resistance lies, where you're choosing not to allow things to end, right? And then Sunday we're making the decision. So it's like, do you want the same old, or do you want to make decisions that are actually going to get you somewhere? Even though you can't quite predict everything, that all twists and turns and everything that you're going to go on, but it's an adventure. I always say that. Like, anytime something happens, I'm like, well, it's part of the adventure. Because it is. The cards are carding. I like that. But I mean, that's really what life is. It's one big adventure. You're going to have twists and turns. You're going to have obstacles. You're going to have wonderful moments. You're going to have so much to experience. So whenever you see, if this is number 8, 8 is karmic energy. 8 is financial abundance as well. So it's like, okay, we're talking about money here, about what do I believe about money? Well, maybe you need to change your beliefs. Turn that belief system around, or turn it upside down, whatever you got to do to make the different decisions, to take different steps, and to do all those things to get you into that positive money flow. Okay? To get you into that positive way of thinking, the positive way of moving. You've got to adapt yourself to this new energy of, it's okay to feel uncomfortable because I can't predict this, but that just means that leaves the universe open to endless opportunities to bring me amazing things. Done. Got it? I always say it's an experiment. I like that. That's great. And that's one thing too that I've told people in the past as well. I'm glad you brought that up, Molly, because if you want to try something new, but you're afraid, all you have to do is reframe it as, it's an experiment. Let me just see what happens. I'm not going to attach my personal worth to this. I'm not going to, it's not the end of the world if this doesn't work out. Let me just try an experiment and see what happens. Either it's going to work or it doesn't. And then you just let it go if it doesn't. And if it does, hello. Awesome. Okay. You need to write another book. Write another book about what? Tell me, Lisa. Let's see what else we need to know. Whoop. Everybody always says I need to write a book, but I'm just like, I don't know what to write about. I do better off the cuff. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Oh, it didn't split. See how it didn't split properly? If it doesn't split clean for me, I'm not using it. Well, okay, well then I guess we'll take that one. One of those cards were like, oh no, you're choosing me. Oh, unlock your heart. Embrace vulnerability. Let love guide your journey of self-discovery. I think that's perfect for today because it's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day doesn't have to be about couples. It can be you loving yourself for once, right? The other one says, carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. Ooh. If you are partnered up and you're going to do something lovely this weekend for Valentine's Day, let yourself enjoy it. Don't question it. Don't feel like you have to, like when you get a compliment, you feel like you have to turn around and give the other person a compliment. That's the law of reciprocity, okay? Human nature, right? What if somebody does something nice for you and you just let them and you express gratitude for that. You don't have to turn around and give it away. Let them do nice things. That doesn't mean you don't do nice things for people, don't get me wrong, but why don't you let yourself accept it? And let yourself feel a little bit uncomfortable. You know, we have that knee-jerk reaction of that law of reciprocity. What if you don't do that? What if you just say, you know what, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like, I love that you did this for me. I love this gift. I love whatever it is. Express gratitude, heartfelt. Let's do the money deck right quick. Tomorrow is Gal Pal Day. Oh, nice. That was my message post today. Nice. Oh, my way of explaining life. Okay. You're told to write a book too? I guess we should do it, Heather. Yeah, I do feel like I need to write a book on something, and it will evolve eventually, because even my mentor told me, she's like, you are going to write a book. And somebody else, and I don't remember if it was an astrologer or a psychic, I can't remember, but they were saying something about me writing a book. And I'm like, well, you know what? When it hits me, I'll write it. And here's the thing that holds me back from writing a book. Honesty and vulnerability, okay? Here's the thing. I always struggled in school with writing. I got the worst grades in English and grammar, okay? Now, I know the difference between your, there, and all that stuff, you know? I know how to use that stuff. For me, it was everything else, like punctuation and run-on sentences, because my brain goes all over the place. I would just write how my brain would operate, and they're like, this doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, well, if you had my brain, you'd follow along easily. So anyways, it was a discouragement on writing. That's why I didn't go to college, you guys, because I was like, the essays, nightmare. Nope, I'm out. To go get your like PhD and something like that, you have to do a dissertation. Nope, I'm out. So that's why when it comes to writing a book, I'm just like, because it's like, for me to, and I know, and I'm grateful now that we have AI, because AI helps me sometimes to organize my thoughts, right? Because I ask it for a layout. I tell it, here's what I want to achieve. Give me a layout so I can follow it step by step, because ADHD brain goes all over the place, right? So I can use that to help me lay out the book and everything. But for me to be able to sit down and just start writing, I do have to get over that hump of, the being a writer. So that's one reason. Plus, there are stories I'd like to share, but I can't share yet until maybe, like, I might have to write multiple books, but yeah, I can't write them yet because there's people still active in this lifetime. So anywho, I struggled with writing, and because I would never, or I would overthink about it. I put a lot of effort into it. So I did get good grades because I worked so hard. That's good, Marlo. See, I wasn't that way. I was like, I would get discouraged more easily, because I went through a lot as a child as well. And so it didn't give me the, the desire or the motivation to be like, well, I'm going to get better at this. I didn't have that when I was a kid. And so it just, I was like, oh, well, I suck at writing. So there's that. I was good at math, really good at math. Still am. Like, part of my whole, you guys, I don't know. I've asked my friend Jenny, who's a psychologist, I'm like, do I have autism? Because I always have numbers going through my brain, or songs. Numbers or songs going through my brains. I have little OCD things that I have to do. But yeah. Other students even thought I was really good at writing and asked me one day, what's my secret? But I was like, I hate it. Yeah. Yes, that is true, Denise. She said, but you wrote your first book already, so you started. That is true. I do need to record them for later. I need to, like, make little voice notes or memos or something like that. That's something that would give character to your book and wouldn't be like everybody else's. I like that, Cheryl. Thank y'all so much for the encouragement. Y'all are awesome. You're good at math and you're in accounting. Yeah, see, I like math. All right, let's see what our money message is today, since we're already talking about money. Let's see, let's see. Ooh, okay, so we have a halt. Look at that. Let's find out why. There's 3 ways to resonate. Money has come to a complete halt, or money is slow in coming in. Don't borrow more than you can repay. Debt might be piling up. Okay, so here we have this question, if I can pick it up. What do I believe about money, and do my beliefs match my dreams? Okay, well, here we have money has come to a halt. Why? Because it's not matching up. Your beliefs are taking over. So either you're probably both things, but it can also be one of 2 things. Number 1, you're energetically blocking money. And number 2, every time you get money, there it goes. Or maybe number 3, you have a fear of letting go of money. Like you have to pay a bill or something like that. Like you have to pay your rent or mortgage or any type of bill or whatever. And there's a fear of letting it go because there's a fear that it's never going to come back. You have to let that go. You have to say, everything I spend comes back to me times 10. I am so happy and grateful that I can pay this right now. Thank you, universe. Thank you, money, for providing this for me. Okay, we have to change the way that we view and use money. And whenever you work on yourself and your self-worth, then that will also change, okay? Lots of red strike throughs. Oh, Glenn, I got so many red marks on my papers, it was ridiculous. It was a massacre. Oh, God. Okay, what else? What else? You know what's funny? This is not to show off. This is not to show off. I just want to show you something because it made me think about it. So you see, that's only $1 in there. Right, YouTube, it's only $1. TikTok. Now, why do we look so much at the dollar? Like, why not $100? You know, the other day, this was a while back, my mom, I say the other day, it was like Christmas. Maybe, I can't remember. Anywho, no, it was January. I'm sorry, it was January. Doesn't matter. My mom came to my house and she's like, do you always just have money sitting on your desk? I was like, yeah, I guess. I have money sitting on my desk. This is not to show off. This is just to show you how things have changed and how things can change for you. This is over $2,000, okay? Back in the day. And I leave this here just for now, just as a reminder. But back in the day, this is pretty much all I would receive in a month. And my bills far exceeded what I would make, right? And so now, to me, it's a reminder that I can have this sitting on my desk and I see it every day and I don't feel like I need to go put that in my bank account. I've got to cover bills. I got to do this and this and that, or I'm going to use this and blow it. I mean, the cash is sitting right here. I could easily pick it up and go blow it. I mean, I think, look, there's lots of things I can spend over $2,000 on. Real easy. It's not hard, right? Especially if you're a woman. But you can do the same thing. You just have to switch your belief about money, switch your self-worth, do all these things to heal, and then you can get this sitting on your desk and it's no big thing to you anymore. Okay? You can express gratitude like, I'm so grateful that I can have this sitting on my desk and I don't have to worry about it. Okay? Just a little lesson. Like I said, not to brag. I'm not into bragging. I'm into showing. Same, I get tips from work and I forget about them in my purse. And my sister will be, oh, you just have money you forget about in your purse. Yeah, totally. I have my gig bag. And I'll put our tips. If y'all don't know, I'm a professional singer as well. And I have my gig bag, and we'll put our tips or my tips in there and I forget about them. And so I'll open it up. I'm like, oh, And I thank the universe, because it's like, oh, I love finding money here and there. Or I also have a jar that I would put all my tips in. And when I took my boys to London a couple of years ago, all that tip money, we used this to spend. And I didn't have to worry about money. None of that money came away from the bills that I had to pay. That was just extra money that I racked up that I could spend on our vacation, you know? And this money right here that I was showing y'all, that money can go towards my son's braces. You know, boom, paid my half. We'll see if my ex-husband pays his half. Probably not, but you know, you just view money differently. Okay. Like washing machine money. Yeah. It's always great. I have found $100 bills in purses. I have found 20s in multiple places. And I always just thank the universe, because to me, it's like, I don't care if that was something I left in my purse or I left there. It doesn't matter to me. I'm always grateful when I come back across it. I'm like, thank you so much for bringing that to me. Okay. Let's see. What else do we need to know? Main female. There we go. What do you think she does? She loves herself. What do you think she knows how to do? She knows how to receive. Okay. She's number 2. 2 is that receptive feminine energy. 2 is a balanced energy, right? 2 is also connected to this 2 of swords in reverse that we pulled, making the right decisions that are for you. And the main female knows how to do that. She's that divine feminine energy. She's receiving intel through her divine feminine connection, right? She's receiving intel, and then she takes divinely inspired action from that intel. And she definitely knows how to receive. I mean, she's got that rose right there, right? Maybe she's received that flower. Maybe she got the flower for herself. We don't know. But either way, she's receiving the love. She's receiving the gift. Okay? You are the main female. If you're a male watching this, you are the main male. And both sides need to learn how to receive, because we've been taught, you know, it's better to give than to receive. No, it's good to do both. Let's not lie. It's good to do both. You have to learn how to receive in order to be able to give, because if all you're doing is giving, you're depleting yourself. Okay. All right. We're going to do the Rebel deck. Sorry, you guys. I'm on a bit of a time crunch. Like I have to be done right at 11 because I have to get the hell out of here to get to an appointment. But she does look like Rose from Titanic. I like that. Yeah. I love that movie. Reminds me of the Lady of Leisure, 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. She definitely has that energy. I keep money in my wallet to tell the universe I respect money and money flows to me easily. Perfect. Okay. All right. Here's the Rebel deck. If you get offended easily, it is time for you to scroll away. But if you like in your face advice, then stick around. This deck will sometimes hurt your feelings. And I love it. All right. What is our message for today? What is our message for today? Ooh, believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking la la land. Choose bravely. We were just talking about that, right? It was with the Ghostlands card, telling you stop living in the past, stop living in the future, live in right now. Believe what you see, and if you don't like what you see, make changes. Ta-da! It's that simple, okay? Well, I don't know how to make those changes. Get into the tribe. We're doing all those things. We just did a full moon in Leo Own Your Power challenge, which was so freaking fun. It's like being on a spiritual retreat all the time, where you have, you know, guidance, support, love. We're going to do fun challenges like that. So yeah, get into the tribe. Okay. Start to make the changes. You can come here every Monday and Friday and listen to the message and then go back to your same old life, or you can actually do something to change your life. Okay. So I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything, TikTok, the link is in my bio. YouTube, everything is linked down in the description. Okay. Otherwise, I will see you Monday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, right back here. We're going to talk about the week. We're going to talk about everything. And again, get into the tribe or get into the tarot community. If you want to learn how to read real tarot, take my Tarot Apprenticeship, the self-paced version. Okay. All right. Mwah. Love you all. And I will see you Monday morning.